Hey, what's going on in there? You and the camera there, looking at me, and I looking at you.
So, yeah, I'm back with another video. Can you like the shirt? Can you see the shirt? Corvettes is the best car ever made, ever in life. But, anywho, this is another video. Like I said, it was gonna be pertaining to, the whole K-pop-ish thing. It's not a reaction video. However, there's just one topic about K-pop that I really want to talk about, and that topic is K-pop, the success of K-pop in America, basically. And what I was going to do in this video is tell my opinion. Let me put this out here. This is just my opinion. I did no research. I did not look up anything. This is just my opinion on some things that I noticed that when K-pop artists do come over here and try to make it, things don't go as well as it does in their home country. So this is my little how-to with K-pop success in America. Like I said, this is just opinion. This is not fact, so don't hold me to it at all. In my opinion, there are K-pop artists that if they came over here, they would do extremely well. I mean, you have Girls' Generation, 2NE1, even Miss A, they would do well. Sistar would do well with the guys, Shiny, Big Bang, BAP. There's probably more. I don't want people to feel like because I didn't say one that I'm not saying that they could be successful here. I just don't want to make a long video listing every Korean artist that would be like successful over here, because there's a lot. One thing I noticed when K-pop artists perform live on stage versus American artists, I'm not saying all American artists are this way, but I do notice that with some American artists, when they do a live performance, it's like usually their vocals are off key. Sometimes if they have choreography, it's not that strong. When I first got into K-pop, it was probably in 2008, 2009 with BoA, when BoA tried to come over to America and become a big success in America. But we all know how that turned out. Let's fast forward a bit to 2010, maybe 11. But when Girls' Generation came out with The Boys, when they had the English and the Korean version, I was getting a little excited, thinking that, hey, maybe this is the song that bridges, that gap of having of having Korean artists be successful in America. But however, that also wasn't the case. I mean, the song was good, but it wasn't a commercial success as their stuff in Korea. When comparing BoA and Girls' Generation, not comparing them as artists, but on their effort in America, from what I saw, I mean, I could be wrong, but this is just from what I saw, that BoA only really had one true American TV performance, and that was on MTV. They gave her like some little special. However, when it aired, a lot of her target audience, me for example, was in school. I think it aired like at 2-3 o'clock, and I was like, well, my school at that time didn't let out till 4. But I was like, we're still at school, we can't watch it. So, they should have at least aired it again later but MTV chose not to. They ran a commercial for it, but it was so quick you didn't really understand what they were advertising. What makes Girls' Generation different from BoA is that when they debuted The Boys, their English version here, they had more than one TV performance. They did one on David Letterman and then one on Live with Kelly. I think when they did it, it was just Kelly. I think we just had left, which I commend them on that. You know, you did a night performance and a morning performance to get the audience. However, I still feel like the shows that they get on are outside of their target audience range. And also, no offense to David Letterman, but I'm a K-pop fan and I don't watch David Letterman. I've only maybe seen 1 or 2 episodes in my whole lifetime, and that wasn't because I wanted to see David Letterman. It's because something that came on before him was on and I was just too lazy to change the channel. I feel as if Girls' Generation wanted to promote on a late night show here in America, they should have done the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, because I've seen tons of episodes of Jay Leno. I don't know if everybody else, but I feel like Jay Leno is a more popular night show host than David Letterman. Like I said, no offense to David Letterman, but I just feel like Jay Leno brings in more views. Girls' Generation would have also done well on the late night show with Jimmy Kimmel. So I noticed when artists come and promote their music on his show, he allows them to do more than one song. And that's another thing. Why do K-pop artists, when they come over here to, break into the American music scene, why do they only come over here with one song? But Live with Kelly comes on, extremely early in the morning, and I don't know how long it lasts, but I'm in college, so I don't have to be at school in the morning only if I choose to, but there's a lot of your audience out there that is in high school and middle school, and they're at school when Live with Kelly comes on. And me, if I don't have a morning class, I'm rolling over in the bed, not concerned about trying to watch Live with Kelly. But with them being on there, I would have woken up to see them perform, but then I would have went right back to bed. In my opinion, they should have, instead of do Live with Kelly, they should have tried to get on with Ellen. Ellen comes on later in the day. I can't give an exact time she comes on because I know it all depends on wherever you live. It's based on the provider who shows Ellen. So I know in some places Ellen comes on Fox, and in some places Ellen comes on ABC. And then she doesn't come on at the same time. However, she doesn't come on that early. She usually comes on around 3, 4, and 5. And plus, Ellen brings in millions and millions of views. Even her YouTube channel has millions and millions of views on it. Another point I want to make is that we don't have music shows like M Countdown, Music Bank, Music Core, Inkingayo. I'm pretty sure I done butchered the name, but stuff like that. We don't have American Bandstand anymore. We don't have Soul Train. They got rid of TRL. The only thing we have similar to M Countdown and those other music shows is 106 in Park on BET. However, I don't think that Girls' Generation would be suitable for that show if they went up there and started performing G or Genie, because 106 in Park is kind of dominated by R&B, hip-hop, urban music styles. So for something like that to be on there, they'd be like, what is this doing here? However, what we do have is live primetime TV. I'm talking about American Idol, The X Factor, Dancing with the Stars, The Voice, So You Think You Can Dance, America's Got Talent. Ooh, I really think I might be forgetting one. But anyway, we have shows like that bring in millions of views, and they let artists perform live on their shows. And to me, this is what K-pop artists need to target when they come over here to, want to break into the American music scene. These TV shows bring in a huge audience ranging in all ages, and it also comes on at a time of day where either kids are out of school and people are off work, and that's why they bring in so many views. But besides those shows, America is kind of old-fashioned, in my opinion, to music promotion. We still use the radio, and to me, that's like the key thing. Radio. That is how K-pop artists will break through. And with Psy and Gangnam Style, the way it got so big is it was played on the radio, and it was played on the radio a lot. Yes, it was YouTube that, got it to where it was, being as popular, but to really make it a mainstream song to be on the Billboard, to compete with other American artists, it was played on the radio, and it was played on the radio a lot. K-pop artists need to, go on radio shows like Live on Air with Ryan Seacrest, and I think there's Saturday Night Online Live with Romeo. I don't know if that one's, pretty popular as Live on Air, and maybe like Elvis Duran. I don't know if he does music guests on his show either, but these K-pop artists need to visit radio shows. I mean, it helps them get their song, to be pushed out and played on radios. So, I mean, the United States is a pretty big country, so there's a lot of ground to cover. But the fastest way, as in with anything, the fastest way to promote it is through the internet, TV, and the radio. But here, for some strange reason, when it comes to music promotion, we love the radio the most. And for my final thought, like I said, this is just opinion. This is not fact. This is just based on what I've noticed. Why is it when K-pop artists come over here, they only kind of stay in the LA area and the New York City area? They never really venture out to other parts of America. And yeah, they are our two prominent cities in America, but there's a little bit more to America than just LA and NYC. To me, in my opinion, when a Korean artist is trying to make it big here, they need to tour to other cities besides LA and NYC. They need to venture off to Seattle, San Diego. I'm pretty sure that there's more cities on the West Coast they could go to, but these are just the ones that are just coming off of my head. In the Midwest, they could go to Chicago and Denver. In the Northeast, yes, of course, New York, Boston, Philadelphia, maybe. And, and down here in the South where I am, you have Atlanta, Miami, Dallas, Houston, New Orleans. There's a lot of other cities in America where you have K-pop fans. And to me, that would also help is if K-pop artists would, tour a little bit more around the country. But anyway, all I really want to do with this video is just, give my opinion on some things that I saw when K-pop artists come to America, what they could do differently. Because I mean, I want K-pop artists to come over here and be loved by millions and millions of even more fans in America. But I don't know, I just feel like they just need a little help, and that's what I want to do is, give a little help. This is my opinion on what they should do. I really want K-pop to be successful here. It'll make some of these American artists, get a little bit more effort into what they do. I'm just saying.